it's Mike from Party 4 Crafts back again. Today I have a new video for you. I got a new laser. I'd heard a lot about diode lasers, pluses and minuses, and wanted to try one for myself. So what better way to do that than to set one up right next door to a Glowforge Pro and see how they stack up. So this is the Atomstack A5. You can get them on Amazon. They're pretty cheap, like $309. It's a 20-watt diode laser, but keep in mind that when you talk about the watts of a diode laser, it's not the true optical watts. It's the watts of electricity that it takes. So a 20-watt diode laser is probably 5 watts or 5.5 watts of optical output, whereas the Glowforge Pro is 45 watts of optical output. So you're not going to expect the same cutting speeds. The wattage of the laser is really important for cutting speeds, whereas engraving speed has to do with the motor and how dark you want the engrave to come out and things like that. I did an unboxing video, but I'm not going to bore you with an unboxing video. Nobody wants to see that. It took me about 8 minutes to put it together. Have to put the belts through. Most of this part comes already assembled. Put some screws in to hold the corners together. There's some eccentric nuts on the bottom wheel so that you can tighten everything up and the gantry doesn't wobble. So that was perfect. A couple of wires to plug in, just 1, 2, 3 wires that plug right in. They're all different sizes, so you can't plug them in the wrong place. If I was to do it again, I would probably be able to build this in 5 minutes. It comes with a manual. The manual is not incredibly useful. The pictures are too small and the instructions aren't great, but there's a YouTube video that shows you how. It's not perfect either, but between the manual and the YouTube video, I was able to get it together, no problem. Some places, they skipped some things on the YouTube video, like the eccentric nuts on the wheels, and some places you couldn't tell where they were putting a screw, so I could go back to the manual and see that. So between the two, putting it together was a piece of cake. It was easy. It uses different software. My Chinese laser uses Lightburn. As you know, the Glowforge uses the Glowforge app. This uses laser gerbil. You can use Lightburn with this laser, but it's a different type of Lightburn that I use for my Chinese laser. So I didn't want to pay another $80 for it when I could use laser gerbil for free. Laser gerbil is pretty simple. It's similar to like a K40 Whisper or something. It doesn't have a lot of functions and features, but it gets the job done. That's not what I'm here for today, though. I am here today to do a side-by-side comparison of these two lasers. So I'm going to take a bitmap and engrave the bitmap on the same piece of wood, side by side, compare time, compare quality, see how everything looks. I've been playing around with the Atomstack for a little while. It wouldn't be fair comparison if I didn't know what I was doing. So I've watched videos, I've looked up settings, I've practiced doing these bitmap engraves, and I'm going to give it a shot now. I will do some, you don't want to watch the whole thing, it's a 9-minute process, so I will set up my tripod, do a time lapse, and then you can watch it quickly. I'll insert a live, regular time video as well, so you can see how it looks in real life, but otherwise we'll just skip right through it until the end with a time lapse video. All right, here it is. Here's the final comparison. All right, so this one is the diode laser, and this one is the Glowforge. It's not bad. I mean, the Glowforge is darker, but I could have set this at higher power and got a little more darkness out of it. There's some other differences, like this one has a little chunk missing there, and some burns along the edges there, and it's dark at the tip. This one's pretty consistent and dark all the way around. So not perfect, but keep in mind this is a $300 laser and this is a $6,000 laser. You could have a farm of 20 of these running, same price as these. This one took about twice as long as this. It's like 35 minutes. Where this one was about 16 minutes, but that would be expected from a $309 diode laser. So overall, I'm thinking this is a pretty capable laser with lots of potential. I think with a few changes in settings, I could get this to be nearly as good as that. So that's it. I think this is a pretty decent laser for the price. It has a lot of potential, and with some practice and some settings, I think I could get some pretty good results out of this. That's already pretty excellent right there. And with some tweaks, it could be even better. So overall, good laser. I'd say Atomstack A5 is a thumbs up for me. It has a lot of potential, and I think you could do a lot of really good things with it as a starter laser while you start a business to save up money to get a bigger, faster laser if that's what you want to do.